Hallo und herzlich willkommen zurück zu einer weiteren Folge Fate Stay Night Remastered. Wir erleben ja gerade den Morgen von Shiro Emiya. Fujine, also Sakura hat schon mal das Frühstück gekocht gehabt und Fujine hat Emiya ein bisschen, beziehungsweise sich an Emiya gerecht dafür, dass Shiro sie bei ihrem Spitznamen genannt hat. Ja, Fujine ist inzwischen abgedampft und ja, Emiya macht sich jetzt auch fertig. I finished breakfast and get ready for school. I put away the dishes with Sakura as I listen to the news on TV in the background. Sakura is looking blankly at the TV. A flashy caption reading "Gas leaks continue" pops up on the screen. There seems to have been a big accident in the neighboring city of Shinto. It happened in a building in the business district. Apparently everyone on one of its floors lost consciousness from oxygen deprivation. Authorities have been calling it an accident resulting from gas leaks, but for some reason these incidents have been happening often. Are you worried about the incident, Sakura? Yeah, but the shop's not that big. I don't think an accident like that would happen there. But I can't entirely ignore the idea either. Gas leaks can happen in any building, and it especially pains me to think that hundreds of people have fallen victim. Some say that the accidents are happening because of faulty construction work done during the rapid development projects in Shinto. Either way, I hope there won't be any more victims. It's a disturbing story. We need to be careful too. Oh, wie stolz sie schaut. Oh. Sakura proudly proclaims, "No, that's not my point. Yep, I've always known Sakura a little off too." Ich mag Sakura. I bolted it. Is that the problem? I think I will be home a little late. What about you, Sakura? Yeah, that will be great. I will try to come home as soon as possible too. The gate is locked tight. Sakura and Fujine both have keys to the house, and the rule is that whoever leaves last is in charge of locking everything up. Let's go, you'll be late for morning practice if you don't hurry. Sakura and I walk into town. We walk downhill along a long wall to reach a more populated residential area. The Emiya house is located on top of a hill, away from the center of town. Heading down the hill leads us to the residential area. Going further down, we reach the intersection at the center of town. Yep. Several roads lead out from the center of town. There's a large bridge that connects to the neighboring town. Also, diese Brücke in Fate Zero gibt es da so eine geniale Szene. A hill that leads to Yodo Temple. A residential area located opposite my house. A shopping district that both Sakura and I often go to. And finally there's a path that leads to our school. We head straight to the school without taking any detours. It's barely 7 o'clock, so there's hardly anyone around. Students making their way to their morning club activities are the only ones to be found along our route. See you later, good luck at practice. I see Sakura off at the school gate as usual. Sakura's in the Kyoto club, so this is where we usually split off. And yet, Sakura doesn't budge this morning. Sakura, are you not feeling well or something? Oh. Well, I don't really have any business at the dojo. Besides, Issei asked me to do something, so I need to go to the student council room. Sakura quickly bows her head. Oh. Sakura runs towards the dojo, seeming almost apologetic. What was that? I wonder what that was all about. Issei, are you in? Issei glances up from his desk, looking like he has been studying some papers. It's just you, Issei. Where's the rest? They should all be at school by now. So that's why the student council president is doing busy work himself. Guess you've got your own problems to deal with. What are you talking about? I'm not sympathizing with you. Issei, who is getting his papers into a single sheaf and tapping the edge against the table to square them neatly, is the big boss of the student council. He's been working to reform the student council, which has grown quite lax, and he has been a friend of mine since our first year in school. His full name is Issei Yodo. Despite his old-fashioned sounding name, he has elegant facial features, and he is popular with the girls. He is also the student council president, so you would think he would have the leg up over everyone else, but that's not exactly the case. Nope. It's saying stuff like that as he zips tea that prevents him from quite sticking the landing. As evidence, Issei is quite plain. He is prone to be misunderstood, yet he neither dabbles in relationships nor he does what typical students do for fun. He is the Haya of Ryodo Temple, which sits atop a mountain. Yeah. He himself understands that he will inherit the temple, and there's a strong possibility that he will shave his head without so much as a complaint as soon as he graduates from school. So what do you want from me to do today? I know, the athletic clubs are favored and there's not much money to go around in other places. I see. Hey, hand me the flathead screwdriver, the biggest one. Oh, and give me some conductors too. Yeah, this one looks available. That's fine, you got it right. So what about the lack of heaters? Is there anything else that is broken?
ある。第二小学室と美術部の暖房器具が怪しいそうだ。新品購入願いの嘆願書が刻一刻と増えている。
And you are saying that there's no room in the budget. Well, this one's just corroded. Good thing the inside's still intact.
治りそうか、エミヤ。
Yeah, I can fix it. It's a good thing old machines are easy to figure out. The wires just burned out. So as long as those get replaced, this should last until the end of the year.
そうか。やるな、エミヤ。お前が頼りになると極めて嬉しいぞ。
You say some weird stuff, Issei. Oh hey, I'm almost done, so go ahead and step out.
エミヤの邪魔はせん。
Hehehehe. Issei quietly steps out of the classroom. He might be thinking that I'm going to start on some sensitive work. Well, I guess you can call it sensitive work. I put my hand on the old electric stove. Trace on. No matter how long someone's been fixing things, they can't usually figure out what's wrong by sight. So the fact that I can means that what I'm doing is not ordinary. I close my eyes and look inside the stove by touch. And then suddenly, a single image pops into my head. Oh, there are two places where the wire's about to break. The electrical pipes should last a bit longer. The power cord could be fine with just insulation tape. Good, I should be able to fix it with just the tools I brought along. If the electrical pipes were broken, it wouldn't be fixable by an amateur. Had that been the case, a certain strengthening would have to be done, which no amateur could manage, but I should be able to fix this one by sight. This is the magecraft Kiritsugu taught me. Okay, let's begin. I take off the cover to begin my repairs. I already know where it is broken, so the rest of the work is easy. This is the one thing I am good at. That's right. I, Shiro Emiya, have absolutely no talent in magecraft. But for some reason I have a knack for visualizing the structure of things or blueprints like I did just now. My old man once saw me imagine and recreate a blueprint. He looked surprised and muttered, "What a useless talent." My special talent appears to be pointless. According to my old man, the fact that I can visualize object structures isn't really helpful. A mage normally wouldn't need to survey an object's entire structure like I do. He claims the mage's struggle is to instantly seek out an object's center, or its core, and transform it as quickly as possible. That's why reading blueprints is a waste of time, and even that only helps seek out areas for magical energy to pass through. And so fixing broken stuff is one of the only things I'm good at. After all, I don't have to open the entire thing. I don't have to open the entire thing up to find the problem. I can find the problem quickly. I can fix most things as long as I have the know-how to repair it. Though I only do that with things an amateur could reasonably be expected to fix. Okay, done. What's next? I put away the conductors, pick up the screwdriver and wrench and head out to the hallway. Issei repairs are done. Oh hey, a female student is standing next to Issei in the hallway. Hey Tosaka! I'm a little surprised. The girl talking to Issei is Rin Tosaka, a second year from Class A. She lives in a giant western style mansion up on a big hill, and she is an extraordinary honor student. She is pretty smart, athletic, no flaws at all. She's intelligent and polite, and she never brags about her looks. She is truly the ideal girl to guys, apparently. Which is why the male students treat her like an idol. But Tosaka is just too good, and she has become unattainable. The guys all saying the only people who can talk to Tosaka are Issei and the teachers. Well, okay, I'm also a guy. And I'm including myself in the list of her admirers. Tosaka is looking at us, annoyed. I guess rumors are true that Issa and Tosaka don't get along. Wow. Issa pretty gutsy, talking to me and completely ignoring Tosaka like that. Don't worry about it, so what's next? There's not much time. If it's that, I won't be able to fix it. It might be better to buy a new one. You think so? Then let me take a look. There's only about 30 minutes until her homeroom starts. I will need to hurry and fix it or I will run out of time. I head to the audiovisual room, but I realize completely ignoring Tosaka would be rude. I turn to face her since she has been staring at me the whole time. You're here early, Tosaka. I blurt out the first thing that comes to mind and then follow Issei. Don't sweat it. It won't be a problem if I'm late. It might be an issue if you were late. Issei exhaled as a sigh of relief and heads to his desk. It's exactly 8 o'clock, 5 minutes after the bell for homeroom rings. Fujine will enter the classroom. Woo. My briefing is labored since I ran from the audiovisual room. I take a deep breath before I take my seat. Ich kann ihn einfach nicht leiden. Ich kann ihn einfach sowas von nicht leiden. Aber hier ist schon mal Hinweis, Whipping Boy after you quit our club. Das heißt, er war mal im Bogenschießclub. Standing in front of my desk is Senji Mato. He has been a friend of mine since middle school. His last name is Mato and he's Sakura's older brother. He's 1 year older than her. Yo, things at the Kyoto club going well, Senji? Is that so? I guess Mitsuzuri is working real hard. Okay, I will keep that in mind. Besides, I'm not involved with the club, so I won't really concern myself with it much. I put my back on my desk and pull the chair back. I'm not saying that, just that I'm not involved at all. I'm not a part of the club anymore, so it's not right for me to just drop into the dojo. But if there's anything you need, just let me know. I will help whenever you need it. I remember you weren't good at fixing and stringing bows.
So, thank you.
Well, that's good. A captain who leaves busy work behind wouldn't be much of a captain. Just try not to trouble Mrs. Fujimura. She's terrifying if she gets mad. Ich kann ihn sowas von nicht leiden. And just like that, Shinji heads off to his seat. I'll save important bluster as ever. Huh, he does seem moodier than usual. Oh, Issei, were you there the whole time?
気を利かして聞き耳を立てていた友人に向かってなんと冷淡な男だお前は。
Huh? What does concern have to do with it? I haven't done anything worth worrying about.
たわけ心配もするわ。エミヤはカッとなりやすいからな。真珠に殴りかかれば皆は喝采を送るが、女どもからは非難の嵐だ。友人をそんな微妙な立場に置くのはよろしくない。
I get it. Yeah, good point. Thanks, Issa. I don't think that would ever happen, but I appreciate the concern.
わかればよろしい。だが意外だったぞ。エミヤは怒りやすいくせにマトウには寛大なんだな。
Yeah, but Shinji's been like that for as long as I've known him. You get used to it.
そんなものか。
It is. Now come on, go back to your desk if you're satisfied. It's almost time for Mrs. Fujimura to dash in. Das ist auch geil. It's almost time for Fujimura to dash in.
あの方は飛んでくるというより浮いてくるという感じだから。
The bell to start homeroom rings. Normally the homeroom teacher comes into the classroom 5 minutes before homeroom starts, but our teacher isn't what you would call typical. Homeroom for class 2C typically starts 1 minute after the starting bell. In other words... Ich mag Fuji. Tiger is super. Homeroom starts with the sound of Fujine's shouts and hurried footsteps. Gong. Fujine tumbles and I hear some kind of unnatural sound. Contrary to the hectic sounds of a few seconds earlier, the classroom is now dead silent. The mood shifts sharply. It's no wonder Fujine is called a human roller coaster. But honestly, the way she fell didn't seem like a laughing matter. Fujine hit her head against the podium and she's still lying on the floor. Seeing her lying there face down and unmovingly has everyone imagining the worst. To wake her up is all good. The students in the front row start to get rowdy. Those of us sitting in the middle rows can't see what's going on, so we all stand up to get a look. Someone brings up the obvious. But the problem is, how would we get Fujine to the infirmary? We are all like comrades in arms after our time dealing with Fujine. Probably nobody is thrilled by the idea of taking a teacher to the infirmary. A brave girl approaches. Fujine isn't moving. The class grows more concerned. Die schläft nur. Everyone on the same page, except Shinji and I. We keep quiet because the two of us dared not be a part of what was about to happen. It comes out of the even with so many students speaking in unison. The word tiger is especially inaudible. And yet, twitch. Fujine's previously motionless body reacts. Everyone must be on edge since midterms tests are approaching. It's a terrible idea on their part, but some students start to wave their arms and chant Fujine's nickname.
朝だぞ。
先生、起きないとタイガーです。
負けるなタイガー。
It's a
立ち上
tiger.
がれタイガー。よーし、起きろ先生。それでこそタイガーだぜ。
タイガー、タイガー、タイガー、タイガー、タイガー、タイガー。
Ups. Und deshalb heißt die Tiger. Naja, nicht nur deshalb.
タイガーって言うな。
Like a sudden bolt of lightning striking. Fujine stands valiantly, as if the fall hardly scratched her.
あれ、みんな何してるの？ダメよ、ホームルーム中に席を立っちゃう。ほらほら、始めるから座りなさい。
Fujine, back to her normal self, stands at the podium. It appears she recalled nothing between the time she jumped into the classroom and the time she woke up.
タイガー覚えてないみたいだぞ。ラッキー。朝からついてるな俺たち。いや、ついてるっていうのかな、こういうの。
The students shovel back to their desks.
今誰か先生のことバカにしなかった？
え、してないっすよ。気のせいじゃないっすか。
そっか、ならよし。じゃあ今朝のホームルームを始めるから、みんなおとなしく聞くように。
Ah, so super. Fujine casually starts homeroom. She always goes on digressions between announcements, so it goes slowly.
そういうわけだから、みんなも下校時刻を守るように。門限は6時だから、部活の子たちも長居しちゃダメよ。
6時って言ったらすぐじゃんか。タイガ先生、それって運動系は免除されないの？
されません。それと後藤くん、先生のことは藤村先生って言わなくちゃダメなんだから、次に名前で呼んだら怒るからね。
はーい、以後注意します。
Goto sits back down. He doesn't seem particularly remorseful. Too easy. When Fujine says she gets mad, she gets mad. Doesn't matter if it's with a teacher or a student. And that is as close to a serious warning as she is ever given to give. As she is ever going to give. But Goto doesn't realize it.
それじゃあ今日のホームルームはここまで。みんな3次元目の英語で会おうね。
Fujine waits and leaves. So that was Tiger Fujimura, the teacher of room 2C. Her nickname Tiger. That might seem like a joke, but it isn't. She got the nickname because it sounds like her name Tiger, but Fujine hates it. According to her, it doesn't sound feminine. But she got the nickname... But she got the nickname because of how she acts. So she kind of had it coming.
授業を始める。日直礼を。
As Fujine exits the room, the first period teacher enters. Because Fujine takes up almost all the home time mornings, I always like this for our class. So. An dem Punkt beende ich dann jetzt mal diese Folge. Vielen Dank fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.